Good afternoon. I'd like to call to order the July 10th meeting of the Bellingham City Council. This is a bit unusual. We're starting off with a special meeting of the Bellingham City Council to consider a closed record hearing regarding a petition to vacate the southerly 20 feet of Cody Avenue located between 20th and 22nd Street. Who would like to start this? Mr. Mariner?
Yes, Alan Mariner, Deputy City Attorney. With me today is Steve Sundin, the lead planner on this street vacation petition. You can see on the overhead the portion of Cody Street that is proposed for vacation. It's the hatched area in red. It is between 20th and 22nd Street, and it abuts the petitioner's property, and it also abuts the northeast corner of Fairhaven Park. The petitioners seek the vacation to legitimize a portion of their, you can see one of the single-family residences on this property actually encroaches into the right-of-way. The petitioners have tried to get refinancing, and that's become a problem because all of the right-of-way is not, all of the residence is not contained within the property. So this vacation would correct that problem and allow them to get financing. The right-of-way, the TRC determined that the right-of-way to be vacated is not needed for city vehicular or pedestrian circulation within the neighborhood. It's also determined that it is not needed to provide access to Fairhaven Park. You can see it, it's right there at Fairhaven Park. Currently, there's no formal access to the park from that area, but if at a future date the city determined that a trail access would be appropriate, the vacation would only vacate the southern 20 feet of Cody Avenue. It's a 60-foot right-of-way, so there'd still be 40 feet of right-of-way left to provide that access to Fairhaven Park. Based on a public hearing in April, the hearing examiner found that the vacation met the city and state requirements for street vacations and recommended approval of the street vacation. Her findings of fact, conclusions of law, and recommendation are in your packet at pages 80 through 89. The complete record that was created before the hearing examiner at that public hearing was, you were emailed a link to that record. There was also a copy of that record available for your review in the council office. And finally, the street vacation policies are in your packet at page 90. So you should base your decision on that record that was created. We're not creating a new record here today. And the hearing examiner's report, which you have, and the city street vacation policies. At the conclusion of this hearing, you should vote to adopt, amend, or reject the hearing examiner's recommendation. If you vote to accept it, you should also decide on the amount of vacation, or amount of compensation for the street vacation. The assessed value of that area is $23,836. It's my understanding that the petitioner has already remitted that to the city. Staff is recommending that that is the amount that you accept as compensation for the vacation. So if you do vote to approve the vacation, you should also decide on the amount of compensation. And you should, if you vote to approve, consider a motion this evening on a first and second on the ordinance that's also contained in your packet. Steve and I are available to answer any questions you have. That's essentially what we have to say. Turn it over to the council president.
So thank you. So again, to summarize, there's at least two actions that we need to consider this afternoon. One is to accept the hearing examiner's findings and recommendation. If we do that, also to vote on whether or not the compensation number is correct, and then this evening we need to come back and with the ordinance. So the third piece. April.
I'll move to approve the vacation.
A second.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion before us to accept the hearing examiner's findings and recommendation to vacate the street. Any further discussion on this piece? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
That passes 6-7-0. Roxanne?
I'll move that we compensate at $23,836.
Second.
We have a motion second before us to accept the recommended value of $23,836 in compensation for the vacation. Any further discussion of this? Seeing none, all in favor of accepting this number for compensation signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That also passes 7-0. And so then the final thing would be a recommendation this evening with regard to the enacting ordinance.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion, a second before us to recommend this evening. We come back and we approve the ordinance here relating to the vacation and to the compensation. Any further discussion on the recommendation for the ordinance? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Okay, that's unanimous. I'll bring that forward with a positive recommendation this evening, as well as reporting out the other two aspects of our action. Mr. Mariner, is there anything more we
That's
need
it.
to do?
Thank you.
We will take a brief break and then come back with the first afternoon committee, which is Public Works and Public Safety.